I hope you're right. The damage, you are right. Facing up against Exy, though, his McCree was absolute fire. Yeah. In facing up against MYXL. So, yeah, I think Washington employ the strategy which we saw them use against Philadelphia. Let's not let Exy beat us.
Damn it.
What they did against Philadelphia, let's not let Carpe beat us. So it's going to be this little
the most scuffed
in the match of Elivote versus Exy. And is Exy going to get enough support? Is he going to get peeled off by Elivote? That kind of back and forth.
Oh, and I could literally just like full screen. Oh shit.
Like micro fights within the overall macro of the game. And that is going to be a fun one to watch. We're going to kick it off on one of my favorite maps. It is Ilios. Do you know what's on Ilios?
What?
A big old pit in the center. That's right. You better be watching out for FD God because he's looking for those environmentals. One of the most fun Lucios I've ever had the privilege of watching play. Like I said, man, it's like if a Reddit Lucio was actually good, is how he plays. A little different style than Arc. We think of Arc as consistent, maybe a little more conservative in his play. So clashing styles come to bear on our very first map. I don't think they're going to stay on these sims. This is very similar to the old Lucio rollouts, where you just use a teleporter and then get your guy a little bit closer. It's all about the mid-fight. Crowd is definitely behind Washington. You can hear them. So excited to get this match underway. They've got an hip on the Moira respectively. We've got a sim coming out, Corey and Tuba on the Doomfist.
So they are running with Sim for some fucking reason. So like their comp is just like get to the point and maintain, because if they try to like push in, they're just gonna get walled off by the main, get fucked. And they have Doom Reapers. They're probably just looking to pick some people off at close mid-range ish. Just trying to look for people who are like straggling. Their sim was being stupid. I don't know what the hell's happening there. I don't know, like general play styles for maps. I don't know how to like accurately like describe it, but.
Tuber end up trading. Paris still manning the point currently as Raw also falls. A lot of turrets for Elivote to kind of navigate around, but the rest of his team are kind of falling by the wayside as the first cap goes over to Paris. First cap, a really interesting composition right now from Paris. Exy's going to get off of the sim. It was just a 0.1 strat, but now that they have the point, but mostly running the Sigma and the Moira. Not seeing a whole lot of either of those heroes lately. Aim got.
I'll look to see if there's like a VOD of somebody like reviewing shit. This is a coach.
Invulnerable. The Zarya has personal.
I can't hear the video audio.
On the YouTube video?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just looking up stuff though. Right now. Gosu left the Overwatch League like a couple months ago, so I don't think it'll be anything from him. Explained.
This video was brought to you by Insights, a platform to review and coach from all the new updates that would be coming with it. Was a slew of announcements about things that we can expect to see from the Overwatch and events hosted worldwide. Taking into account that is expected to host at least and so they don't have to wait until the end of the season to see the top dogs duking it out, going toe-to-toe in some less serious game modes. But with this new season, countries playing Overwatch against the best of the best. And it will also give fans a chance to finally see their favorite teams in action.
Probably should have looked this up
So
before like I started, but
new venues and a new mid-season, and effectively win the series, but they'd still have to play out map 4 for the sake of point differentials. While map points were important for stage playoff equal proportions. In 2019, there were 12 maps.
This is just Overwatch League. It's not like it won't help us with maps and stuff. Well, this was actually a really good video.
Mano, no.
Right here. I don't know if he did any more.
We can get back out.
No. Wait a minute. I edit. Properties. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Stylosa, and in this video, we're going to take a look at a match between the Boston Uprising and the New York Excelsior. Now, if you guys were watching the Overwatch League stuff over the last weekend, you would have seen a ton of different team compositions used. But what we're going to focus on here is a very old school comp, and that is, of course, Dive. This is beautiful to see this back in the game being used effectively against a comp you wouldn't think this should necessarily work against. Okay, so yeah, we love Winston Space. It is the best. So let's just go all the way over here and let's take a look at what Boston are doing. Now, Boston, you could argue, they are doing pretty much, you know, what you would expect a team to do.
I don't have to say anything here, by the way.
They're using the Orisa, they're using the Reinhardt, they're using the Batiste, and they are using the Mei. This core is very difficult to... Like, how do you get rid of this? How do you kill these? Like, what is the plan here for Excelsior? Like, how... They can't dive this, right? If they dive in onto this mess of heroes, well, what's going to happen? I mean, there's going to be an immortality field down. They're going to get froze. There's going to be a wall. There's going to be an Orisa with Fortify. There's going to be all kinds of badness in their face. And, of course, yeah, Reinhardt, who's just going to smash you with his hammer, which isn't going to be great. They do have the Hanzo on Color Hex on the high ground here. Now, this is a general kind of start position you see a lot of the pro teams use. Just, you know, you might get a cheeky pick. At least he'll get some ultimate charge, and then he can get stuck into the game that way. So what we're going to do is we're going to play this. And, of course, there is the Lucio as well on Uprising. In fact, before we play this, let me just show you what's going on here with Excelsior. Now, there's a couple of key elements you need to be aware of. Hotba. Oh, my God. What a shot. This is amazing. What is this? Oh, that is incredible. You know what? I've missed this replay viewer. That is incredible. Also, I'm easily distracted as well. Anyway, Hotba is an incredible D.Va player. Of course, he used to play for the Fusion, and then he was sold to NYXL, but he is really, really good. You have got Mano on the Winston somewhere. Where is he? Yeah, there he is. There's Mano. So, yeah, the quintessential dive tank that we generally see. With his dive partner, that is D.Va. And then if we go into the spawn, we're going to see a couple of beautiful things. So, Jonak on the Ana. Jonak is a ridiculous player. And, in fact, Jonak was crazy throughout this entire series. He was really good against Spitfire as well. He almost plays like a DPS. It's just crazy. He's out there doing work, getting kills. It's beautiful. This is what I want to show you guys, though. This is Who Are You. He is one of the best Genji players on the planet. So when you've got this piece in your team, you'd be crazy to not use this and throw some sort of insane dive comp at the enemy team because you know you've got an incredible DPS player. Also, let's just take a little look around the side here. We've got the Sombra. Now, this is Nene on Sombra. We're going to watch this. In fact, I'm going to show you guys what happens to this because it's actually really nice. So, yeah, we'll come back to Nene. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. All right, let's go back to the point. Let's play this. I think we're on reduced speed. Yes, we are, which does look amazing. So the reason why we're playing this slow is because we want to see what happens. Because Overwatch is a fast game. It's a very complicated game. A lot of different things happen all of the time, and it can be a bit of a mess. So Mano is taking damage there. You're probably thinking, oh, what's he doing? What is he doing here? Like, he is literally just taking fire. The enemy team is shooting into him. Well, it is simply to charge support ultimates up. Watch this. So he's taking damage, right? He's at half health.
Long ago,
fuck me.
The world was full of magic.
He doesn't really seem too bothered. Color Hex is backed off. He's got scouting information, so he knows where the enemy are. He's standing still. He's obviously not going to get the health pack because he wants his supports to heal him up. Jonak comes running forward. He's going to start pumping in with heals. Animo's been doing some healing. It's beautiful. Jonak, there we go. A bit more healing being pumped in. And we're going to pause it at this, right? Because we've seen a couple of different things happen here. So let's look at the ultimate percentage of the supports. Look at Jonak. He's on 15% already. Anna will get her ultimate really quick. So it's a nice kind of little play there by Mano to absorb a bit of damage. Boston was stupid enough to just
like taking like concerts and off map heroes.
Yes. Okay, now I can hear you. Yes, now I can hear you now. What'd you say? About the Sombra?
Sorry, I'm mumbling right now.
It's cool.
But yeah.
Okay.
fire at him and give him ultimate charge, because there's no way he would not standing there. There's nothing that could instantly kill him. Look at Uprising. They've got 11% on Color Hex. That's it. I mean, it's not really worth it, right? Okay, let's play this. Let's go. So these are kind of little things. Like those things are not that interesting to watch. Little sort of mini things. But this is what pros do. They try to get the most out of every situation. So who are you flanks in on the left? The rest of the team's waiting. Now what they're doing here is they're trying to pick out a target. You see the translocator get thrown up into the air on top of the statue, so you should be able to just chill there. Yeah, beautiful. Which again, this is another thing. This is what pro players do. You know, they use the environment to their advantage, and this is just, again, I don't want to say it's incredible play, but it's just things you don't see when you watch normal people play Overwatch. Even people who are top 500 on the ladder, they just don't do things like this. This is why it is invaluable to watch the pros play. So, let's play this. So he's in a nice position. We've got Who Are You waiting on the flank, and they're waiting here. They are waiting for the dive. So while they're just chilling, let's rapidly go over here, and let's take a look at what Boston are doing. So Boston know what's happening at this point. They know it is a dive comp. They know the primary goal of dive is to isolate a target and hit that target with your dive tanks and with your Genji, right? And that's what they're going to do. And traditionally in the past, it would be hit it with your Tracer as well, but we've got a Sombra dive comp on the go here, which is fine. We also don't see a Lucio as well, which again is like a slight variation on what we would consider to be traditional dive. Okay, so yeah, Boston are in a nice little safe position here. If you're Boston, you're not really worried, right? You're just like, hey, I'm chill. But look at Nene. Nene gets in a really nice place. Now, remember I said at the start of the video, we will watch what Nene does. The way he got onto this point is really cool. So he was over here, remember, used his translocator to get onto this position. He then jumps from there onto here, and then he drops down here. This is great, because what this means is now he's in a position where Boston won't expect him to be. Boston might expect him to be there, but he's obviously not running through the choke. So if you are a Sombra player, there's a bit of great information there. Don't run through the choke. Don't throw your translocator so the enemy can see where it is, because that telegraphs where you're going. Use your brain. It's so cool to see this kind of stuff. So we've got Sombra coming in on the left. We've got Genji on the right. And here we go. So we've got D.Va coming in. We've got Mano taking a massive amount of damage here as he comes in, but he's got Mercy with him. Great addition to this. Mercy can pump him full of healing, pump him full of DPS juice if that's what he so desires, and it's wonderful. And you've got Jonas in the back there, obviously with a fantastic view of everything that's going on. Look at that. You can see everything, right? Both his tanks, he can pump them with healing, he can do what he needs to do. Animo's there, getting ready to just dive in, support the tanks, keep them going. And you've got Genji on the left, waiting for the dive to commence. Now, this is the key, crucial thing in dive with Genji. He cannot just go in on his own. Loads of people do this on ladder. Oh, I'm playing Genji and I'm just going to dive in. No, no, no. You have to wait for the tanks to push in. So look at him. We'll watch this from his perspective. So the tanks are going down. Bubble's been deployed. Wall goes up. This is what they were expecting. This is what they're waiting for. Who Are You is playing very defensively. He's not gone in. He knows, like what they know now is they've got a critical cooldown out of Boston. You think of, we like to talk about win conditions quite a lot in Overwatch. And one of the win conditions here to break this comp is, well, there's two. So we need to get rid of Wall, which Boston have basically just given to NYXL. We also need to get rid of, where's he gone? Is he up here still? We need to get rid of Batiste's Immortality Field, because that is going to make it very difficult for us to get work done. Now, what New York Excelsior have done, in fact, I'm just going to jump back 20 seconds, and we're just going to play this again, because it'll illustrate the point better. So, look at this, right? They're moving back. We'll speed it up just a little bit, although we will slow this back down again. So here they come. We'll get to see the Sombra movement from Nene, which is obviously really good movement. top of the jackal statue. Then over he goes. Yep, awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. And yep, there he comes. And then down he drops. It's awesome. Okay, so all of this is obviously orchestrated. So we're going to slow this back down. So here we go. Here is the dive, but it's not actually a dive. This is a soft dive to to basically pull out of the enemy. It's to poke the enemy into using their abilities, because when you don't have abilities available, obviously that's really strong, right? Especially if the abilities are things like Immortality Field and Wall. So here we watch this. Again, here it comes in. Mano, almost like a fake dive. Hopper's there with him to give him a bit of protection from Defense Matrix. It's beautiful. He drops down. Hopper drops down. Who Are You plays defensively. We have now got the wall out of them. That is what NYXL are saying. They've got one of their win conditions now has been served, because what can Munchkin do? Cannot possibly use wall again. But look at this. This is the key thing which is happening here. They have identified Batiste is alone on the high ground. This is bad. This is really, really, really bad, because they know they're playing against Divecom. What he doesn't want to do is isolate himself, and that is exactly what he has done here. So watch this. And NYXL, being a fantastic team, have identified this. They know he's like hilariously out of position here. So watch this. They're going to go on him. They're going to go on him hard. The call is made. In they go. Winston goes in. Genji goes through. Like, he's realized, like, oh god, no, I need to get out of that position. So he sort of drops down. It's a mess. Color Hex is taking loads of damage. Color Hex tries to, like, he's in just such a bad position now. I mean, look at the other thing which has happened here as well. Immortality Field has been thrown down there, which protects the tanks, which keeps Batiste alive. But Color Hex is so wildly out of position now. He is done. He's had it. His gate is ruined. It's over for him. Look at that. Winston, Genji, and Mercy are all on him. There's no way he can survive this. He is getting healed, and he's dead. He's out of the game. That is dive. That is fantastic play. And this is what I've missed, not seeing Overwatch League, well, just be on the air. Like, this stuff is so cool to watch. All right, so he's out of the game. Now, obviously, Boston have got a bit of a problem
cursed.
here. They have got Immortality Field.
Add in 2 seconds. Shit.
Be destroyed. They don't have Maze Wall, or it might be coming back at full now. Look at Nene, though. Watch what Nene does. So Nene is messing around here on the back. Nene's looking for a hack. Nene would really, really, really like to hack either
Summer's actually a
Reinhardt,
big play here.
Hack May, hack the Orisa, hack anyone, apart from Lucio. Lucio kind of be like a bit of a crap hack there. But look what's happening here, right? These guys are chilling on the high ground. In comes the dive again. Look again.
It's a bad hack. Unless he's singled out. Then it's a really good hack.
Looking to isolate a target. But they know now, because they are a player
because then he died.
They can be way more aggressive, and they can almost commit to almost, I don't want to say a brain dead dive, but they can commit to a dive which is straight in the face of the enemy team. So here it comes in. Dive goes in. Look at the isolation. Again, we see this target isolation, and it is so clean. It is so crisp.
I'd also like to add, you have to have it fucking, like, insane healers.
NYXL. It's ridiculous. Now,
to do this.
He was the target, Batiste, of the first dive, but it didn't work out because he managed to get away.
And their Ana is completely safe because the Hanzo died.
And used his Immortality Field. But he doesn't have that anymore. So he's really worried. He's pushed into the back there. Let's get out of the, whatever the hell I was clipping into there. Look at this. He's 1 HP. He's dead. He's gone. He's done. Now, this is obviously, it's game over. It's good night Vienna for Boston's defense here on the point. The rest of this is just cleanup. But what I want to do is just go back again. And I want to show you from Nene's point of view. Because look who's hacked here. All right, you can see on the overlay. You can see that Reinhardt is hacked. So if we just go back 20 seconds. And we're just going to watch this from Nene's point of view. So I'm going to jump onto him. Where is he? He is 7. Okay, cool. All right. So we're on board with Nene. So Nene's part of the dive, but he's not part of the sort of element of the dive, which is in there to secure kills, which is to just rapidly isolate people. Right? He's there to add utility to the dive, which is like one of the most interesting things to me. So here, the utility he's adding is comms. He knows Batiste on the high ground, right? He can easily communicate this to his team. His team may have already identified this as well, but look at the picture he's got. He can see everything. He knows everything that's going on here. This is great. It's such an awesome information gathering tool. So he moves around towards the back. The dive gets committed in. Now, you could say, maybe he wants to join in on this dive, but he doesn't need to. And he knows he doesn't need to. They already know that they've managed to do what they need to do here. And it's fine. There you go. You can see he gets a little bit of extra damage there onto the Batiste.
Trying to kill the drone.
You can see that he's low HP, so he's trying to maybe secure the kill. Rapidly changes his target to the immortality field, which of course is the priority. As soon as that gets dropped, it needs to be destroyed. And of course, look at the rest of the dive. It's destroyed Color Hex. He's gone. He's dead. But now they know there's no immortality field. It's on 1 HP. He's about to finish it off. There you go. So we know, because we've just watched this back, that Who Are You and Mano are now getting ready to isolate Batiste. And there they go. They're coming in with the isolation on Batiste. Now, who is a problem here? Reinhardt's a problem because he's still got his barrier in play. And that can absorb quite a lot of damage. And also, he can charge, he can do a bunch of different stuff. Look at what he's doing here, Nene. Nene specifically shuts him down. And the reason I wanted to highlight this is because it's such a wonderful time to shut him down. Just as he's about to charge, he can't do anything. He's actually screwed. So even though Nene wasn't involved with destroying the enemy team and killing them, his contribution is still really good. Now Boston at this time, they were in shambles. Let's be real. I tell you what, I'm gonna take a drink. One moment. Beautiful. I got a beautiful coffee. Boston are in shambles, right? What can they do? It's pretty much done. So this hack, you can kind of say, well, it doesn't really matter, Scott. But it's not really about that. It's about the fact that it happened. And to me, that is so cool. Okay, cool. So this is just cleanup now. Boston literally cannot win this point now. Just everybody needs to die, and that's all she wrote there. Really, at the end of that tale, it's over. It's actually over. What can you say? Yeah, Fusion's trying his best. As much as I love Fusions, you know, like he's got no chance here. He can't possibly make any difference here. He's just going to get killed. He is trying to get the cheeky D-Mech, which, you know, is a nice sort of thing. Swimmer's also in there trying to get it as well. They're not going to get it. Nice sleep by Jonak. Huge stuff. All right, so let's jump away from Swimmer. Let's go to the spawn. Not Swimmer. A Swimmer just got eliminated. So what we're going to see now is the continuation of the dive attack. So I'm going to speed this up. We'll speed this up a little bit just so we get to see the attack. All right, so Nene's in. So this is where the Sombra is really, really good on Temple of Anubis. Because if Sombra gets in and Sombra hacks this pack, you've got a bad time, right? Because your team can't use it, and your team really needs to use that, right? If the enemy Sombra hacks it. But look how advanced Nene is. Nene's got a bunch of different things he can do here. So he can hack the Batiste, which means he can't use his immortality field. Now we know that NYXL are rapidly coming into this fight. Like, they're not messing around. They're going to push really, really hard. So let's just go back up here and watch Nene again in a more abstract kind of view. So look, he decides to take the 1v1, which he totally can do because he's got his translocator down, he can get out. He's looking to get a bit of charge. He wants to get that EMP online, which obviously is a super strong ability. Drops down. Let's get down on below and show you what's happening. Hack the pack, which is crucial. So now, this has gone from the Sombra being, like a scouting tool, a piece that can be used to sort of control enemy players, like we see the hack on the Reinhardt, to the game-winning play.
Sombra should have switched off.
The snowball is here, right? It's going to be huge. So we see the rest of Boston pushing in on the left-hand side, NYXL pushing on the left-hand side even. Right-hand side, where have you gone, Sombra? She's translocated out of there. So, yeah. She's coming back. But she's done a job, right? She got in, bit of ultimate charge, hacked this pack, and it's wonderful. Okay, watch what happens now. So we've still got dive attack here.
Well,
you would think, again, this...
I'm pretty surprised that the Sombra hasn't, picked at him to charge EMP. I guess you don't really need it. She's already got, 80% though.
Playing into the hands of Boston. What can Boston... NYXL do against this? It's such a strong comp against dive. You could even say it's an anti-dive comp.
I feel like she doesn't do enough damage. Like, you have to really hit every shot, in the head or whatever. If you want to go for kills.
I mean, Sombra's also whenever you hack him, you could just fucking shoot him.
Yeah.
And then you win, a 1v1, or even if you hack a Ryan, then the fight's pretty much over.
Yeah.
And you're just there doing tons of damage. So.
Right. So it's always annoying the end of this map.
It's always a really fun pick too. I like playing Sombra a lot.
Scoot around. Yeah, I mean, just look at the ultimates, right? Who Are You's trying to almost got his blade. Mano's almost got his ultimate. Hotbar is pretty far off his. Jonak's got his. Obviously, the Nano Blade is going to be a massive.
But then I just died so easily. Maybe that's why I'm salty.
That's why you gotta take like high ground positions, like up here. You would like throw a translocator up here and farm some multi-charge on the Rhine on the point and stuff like that. Or you can flank to the left and just like shoot him, and whenever you get low, just like translocator back to wherever the hell over here.
Yeah, like
here.
Like wait for healers that are like goofing up.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Sombra's like a punishing character. Like if you're playing bad, then she could just catch you off guard, and fuck you up.
That's true.
We've almost
Yes.
got the Mercy ultimate on NYXL, and we've almost got EMP. Now, Uprising do have Blizzard. Blizzard could shut this down, but not if she gets hacked, or not if it's eaten by Hotbar. And they know this, right? They're looking for this completely. Okay, so here.
Also, I can show you some tech with Lucio and Mercy, like a little while, like in a little while. I mean,
dive. Let's watch this unfold. It goes in.
Look at that super jump
and
and
stuff.
stuff.
Going onto the front line. Mercy pops her ultimate. Genji's diving into the back line. Can you
The Mei is
see
hacked.
what is happening?
She has her
What is
ulti,
happening here?
and their team knows that the Mei had their ulti. So they had to like hard focus her.
Is defense matrixing the Mei because he knows that she could use her ultimate. But there's also one thing to notice that's happened to Mei.
Also, to be like a professional team, you have to like keep track of these. Like you already know that the Mei has her ulti, just from like playing the game, and their entire team probably knows that most of these people have their ulti too.
As well, she's been hacked. Again,
It's pretty
this
crazy.
Is just amazing.
That's why like I have to like seriously keep track of the Rhine, because like whenever he has his shatter and I don't have my shatter, I have to call that they have shatter. And, you know, just in case if I, like, fuck up to block it. But you also have to know whenever they have shatter to, like, play defensively and try to, like, bait it out.
Like, this is so much... Like, this is... When you look at...
Tell you when the Ryan 1v1s and stuff.
Yeah, that's something that we can all, you know, start to like, try to remember.
Like ultimate tracking.
Yeah, we can all call it out.
Yep.
Or
You could say that, like, if you're playing Hog, Sombra is, like, your worst nightmare, because she gets a shit ton of ult charge from that.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Like, so... Maybe you want to think about that Hog pick next time.
Look at heroes like Sombra, and you're like, my god, this hero, on paper, could be really damn good. This is just a showcase of how good this hero can be. Because what we're seeing is...
He's talking about the Sombra.
Nene shut down the Sombra, shut down the Mei with the Sombra, and also Hotbar being ready to eat the ultimate if it does get thrown. But you can't throw it because she's been hacked. It is just really powerful. Of course, there's a problem here in the back line. We'll get on to that in a second. So yeah, dive goes in. It's beautiful. We can just see the sort of push push Boston off the point, which actually is pretty good. But Boston can push back onto the point. You know, they're going to be able to use their Mei ultimate.
Oh, no.
We'll just go back over here and show you this. This actually is really funny. This should never happen.
This should never happen.
Reaper shouldn't die. In fact...
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, that's about to happen. In 5 seconds after this damn ad is over. Okay.
It's so funny.
Oh,
it's so funny.
rip.
I shouldn't laugh because, like, yeah, I guess we all have, you know, bad plays. But when you're Overwatch League level, can you afford to have bad plays?
No.
All right, so let's just wait for the Reaper to move in onto Jonah. There we go. Here we go.
Like, this is really, like, how important, like, callouts are. Because if you got a Reaper on you, and you have a Valking Mercy that can easily, like, come back and swoop in and help you.
Slow it right down. Here
Like,
we come.
comms are
Reaper's
just so
coming in.
important.
Jonak's like, yeah, you what, mate? It's like, oh, I'm healing. And he looks and he's like, oh, look, it's a Reaper. What am I going to do about this?
Oh, look.
I'll jump.
Oh no.
It's fine.
Oh no, no,
I've tried to
no,
sleep him,
no.
but oh dear, I've missed. I'm taking a ton of damage. Doesn't matter. I'll bio-nade him.
Then the Mercy swoops in and heals him.
I'll shoot him again. Now, of course, he's got Mercy support coming on to him. And Color Hex is like... Yeah.
Joniak is, like, one of the best support players, like, in the world, so...
Dang.
Yeah, sorry, lads. And he's done. He's absolutely doing the best. I mean, that is such good support play there. Which goes to show you guys, if you know if you play support, look after your other support.
And like all this stuff on the point already happened, which is like insane.
Yeah, this isn't great. Boston have lost their DPS. Now, the wall goes up. That's to prevent healing. Actually, isn't a bad wall, to be honest, because that screws Jonah.
Now they have Nanoblade, so
completely like
Genji's probably calling for it too.
He's out of the game, right? He's not though, is he? Because
They gotta take care of the Mei as well, because she's unhacked. Nene's actually gonna have EMP soon, so you'll just throw that out there.
Nano boost to this, and then yeah, that's gonna be a problem. But still, there is the Mei ultimate, and the Mei ultimate is something which.
And the Diva's gonna try to go in and eat it again.
Can save Boston here. You can see.
There you go.
Who are you? Jumps above the wall. He's almost got his blade. Gets nanoed, so now it's pretty much go time. Again, the pressure is very heavy on the Mei.
Oh shit! The Mei's out of position.
Look at this. So we've got Nene's back onto the Mei's a bit flustered. She's in the back there. She's not in a great position.
She should have ulted like super like immediately.
Winston's on top of her.
Just got
EMP
punished.
Gets utilized again, stopping this using its ultimate, because this is the condition that Boston have got to hold the point. They have to use this ultimate, and they can't. There's so.
And also, this catches the Rhine, like, because the Sombra's in, like, the doorway right here. It catches the Rhine over there, too.
But it's just the way NYXL have
just really good positioning.
Have broke down, have just dismantled Boston, which just shows you the level of difference between these teams. Because on paper, NYXL are using a comp, which is not, like, it shouldn't be super strong against what Boston are using. But Boston are just getting repeatedly out.
Because they have practiced a shit ton with this comp, like... Too much time has gone into that.
Every single point here. So yeah, EMP comes through. This shuts everybody down. We're about to see
especially the tanks.
Mental. He's got nano dashed in. Look at that. Target priority in there. The Mei's going to be dead.
Gotta kill the Mei first.
Ultimate. That's it. So they know now they've killed the Mei. It's fine. Everything was put into shutting the Mei down. She's dead.
GG.
Also, Axiom's dead. It's not looking great for Boston. It's actually looking pretty bad for Boston. They're pushing into the quad.
They used all of their ultis, and their entire team has no ultis
They can't get
that they could have used.
Mano knows this, so Mano don't care. He's in a primal rage. He's going in. He's just going to smash their face in. Who I use whipped his blade out, because why not? He's jumping around. It's all looking snazzy. It's all looking jazzy. It's beautiful. And that's pretty much it. NYXL played dive and played it beautifully.
I just really like this
now, of course,
video.
In the series, they did dominate and destroy Boston. They also dominated and destroyed Spitfire, which... well, I can't say that. No,
Lucio coming in.
Dominated and destroyed Spitfire. That's not true. Spitfire got pretty heavily beat by Paris, but Spitfire did. I thought Spitfire were fairly. Obviously, they won the first map they played against NYXL, but the second map on Kings Row, if any of you guys watched it, yeah, I think Spitfire were kind of a bit unlucky there. But NYXL did show their class, and it obviously came away with the win. But yeah, for Boston, it was just complete destruction from NYXL. Boston didn't really have any kind of answers to what they. To the questions that were being asked by NYXL.
It's because they haven't gone up against a dive comp like this. Like, they weren't expecting this shit. So you always got to practice.
So as you can see, they're in panic mode now. Color Hex comes out. He's just immediately smashed with a Bionade. He's can't be healed. He's got defense matrix.
Also, I think the entire team knows or should know, like, what all the abilities are. I'll be right back. Running back. I'm just gonna finish up this video, then I'll hop into Overwatch and show you some stuff.
And they just, that's it. That's pretty much it. They're going to take it. They're going to wipe out the ball. And that's it. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to make more of this stuff because I really enjoy watching Overwatch League. And I really enjoy sort of breaking down these plays. Hopefully...
And I'll probably watch all of them with you guys.
In a way that we can all learn from, because
They're very helpful. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back.
there's a lot of people out there that do massively in-depth analytical breakdowns, and I think a lot of it is a little bit too much to digest, and I don't think people have really got the stomach for it. I know I don't have a lot of the time, but what I do have the stomach for is really acknowledging and highlighting these really high-level plays, which I think are just awesome to watch. So yeah, is dive back? Well, if you're MYXL, it seems it is. And this is the beautiful thing with Overwatch, right? No more mirror matchups. Look at the team comms.
Yeah,
At no
crazy.
point was there a mirror matchup in this game. In fact, in hardly any of the games over the first weekend were there any mirror matchups.
They're talking about the
Alright guys, I've been Stylosa, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, remember you can subscribe to the channel. You can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. Everything is literally /Stylosa these days, which is beautiful.
Alright, cool. I'll just hop into Overwatch real quick. Let's close this. Oh shit, I thought I could. I'll just keep that up there. Okay. Overwatch. I could even just maybe I should do some like input. Like I should download like an input like sensor or whatever the hell those things are. Whatever that is.
I mean, you could just tell me.
Okay. It's one of these videos.
Oh, yeah, I've been trying out that Mercy jump thing. I think I got the hang of it, but I need to practice a little more.
Did you get it down? It is really just like it's
I mean, yeah, it's just
crouch shift in space.
Yeah. I mean, I got it down. The thing that I'm struggling with is Lucio's like continuing skatey thingy on the ground. But I mean, I don't know if
don't worry about b-hopping.
Yeah.
I don't do that shit either. That's impossible.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be really necessary. Were you saying that Lucio had a super jump?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I don't know.
Mercy. Oh. We do that. Oof. Hold up. You're supposed to crouch. I don't know if you're supposed to hold crouch. I don't think so. There we go. You can go way up in the air. You can just do it again. If you get the hang of it, you know, like you could just chain it, stuff. I don't play Mercy, so. Hello?
Just walking back and forth, man. I mean,
Okay.
just have literally nothing better to do.
Sort of.
Kind of wait for Alan, because Alan's always, he's like a woman.
No,
He's
yeah.
always trying to get ready.
Alright.
Takes him 5 hours to put his makeup on.
They're going over to like their friend's house or whatever. So yeah, you just hop around as Lucio. It's all fun and games. Killed myself. Just kidding. I just spammed the spacebar, by the way. To wall jump and stuff. Do you need the help with like wall jumping and stuff?
No, I pretty much got that down. I mean,
Ooh, just be hopped. Because you can gain a shit ton of speed with this. Like if you're just like on a wall right here. I'll actually try to like load up some custom games and stuff. I don't exactly know how to do that, but you know, like some rollouts and stuff. I actually have a video on rollouts. In a minute. I'll just pull that up and show you. I'll close Overwatch. Then do this. Broadcast this ad. I haven't actually watched this, but Karki is like a really good player.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm a top 500 Lucio main. I spent a lot of time trying to master his movement, so today I'm here to share some practical rollouts.
Also, with Lucio, whenever you look up, you jump higher. Whenever you look down, you like jump. You do like a small jump.
For every map.
Oh.
Just thought I should say that.
There is a Lucio mechanic you need
I
to
never
know
knew
to
that.
help you with both
This is probably what he's gonna say right now.
and your overall Lucio play. A lot of Lucio rollout clips you may have seen often have perfect wall rides where they pull off ridiculous wall skins and never touch the ground. But realistically, those are very hard to replicate in an actual game.
That's not gonna
Almost
happen.
all the rollouts demonstrated in this video should be
Like you
easy,
can get a
forgiving,
boop
and recoverable if you mess
off
up
of-
the wall skin. So, how do you correct a rollout if you mess up and touch the floor? Well, it's easy, with a mechanic called bunny hopping. Bunny hopping is a Lucio mechanic that allows you to keep most of your wall ride speed, even after you hit the ground. To do this, you need to press jump with the correct timing as soon as you touch the ground. You'll notice your gun does this little dip on your screen, and you want to be pressing jump when that dip animation is at its lowest point.
Okay.
There's a lot of leeway here, but only if you jump too late. If you hit jump too early, you won't end up jumping at all, and you'll lose all your speed. You can see it here with this
later.
I guess. I don't know. I'll just try it out real quick.
velocity indicator in the wall riding workshop by Lunar and Timmy. With a perfect wall ride, you can get to 11.3 meters per second. With the first B-hop, you can be around 10.5 give or take, and with the second one and so on, it'll go down just a little bit, like so.
Shut up! Overwatch. Shut up. Hide this real quick. Fuck. Okay, I can't access that. Okay. Try that out real quick. No. Okay. Let's try this out. Calculated. I think I just did it twice. Cool. Awesome. Well, I'm definitely gonna climb as Lucio after this. Holy shit. So you jump a lot higher when you do that. Instead of like when you do this.
Jeez, you do jump a lot higher, it's crazy.
It's actually insane. It's just really cool. I just be hopped there. Okay, well that really fucking helps me. Let's see here. I'm so fast. I'm sure you can like stack that up too. Whenever you like B-hop, you just gain like a ton of speed. Okay, I'm gonna stop playing around now. Just watch the video. Alright.
Now, look at the difference compared to wall riding and not B-hopping.
It is actually a
You'll go down
lot.
to 6.6 almost immediately, which is your base movement speed on Speed Aura. It's important to note that B-hopping doesn't work when you're landing on upward stairs or slopes. B-hopping is super important, and I use it in almost every rollout. It gives you a sort of fallback in case you kind of mess it up.
Alright, and with that out of the way, let's get the rollout started.
On the attacking side for point B on Hanamura,
I feel like you
I
just have to
usually
practice
amp
that.
speed out the right door as soon as I spawn. I start the rollout with this left wall into the red column. Following along with the video, I bunny hop here, double skim this left wall, and you'll be able to fly through this window and onto the point to help your team. On the attacking side for point B on Horizon, I amp speed as soon as I spawn, and I make sure to skim the first spawn door and the second wall. Ideally you want to hit the rest, but it's perfectly fine to miss a few skims here and there, as long as you hit the B-hops. When attacking first point on Paris, you want to come out the first door looking straight down so you don't bang your head. Amp speed out, and look upwards to reach the car.
Crazy.
Then, it's straightforward wall skims till you reach the choke. Turn your crosshairs, then try to skim this wall, but if you miss, just like I did here, no biggie, just bunny hop, and boom, you're back to the point. For Anubis, this is a quick rollout out of point B defender spawn to drop the beat immediately on high ground and help you stall the point. Start by amping
Thank
speed
you.
on
I'd
the
love to
left
click
door.
that ad.
Skim the first wall to the right, then left, then right, then turn towards the platform and drop the beat mid-air. When Lucio ults, he does kind of an elevated bounce, and you want to use that to give yourself the extra airtime to land on the platform. On Volskaya defense, you want to break these railings before the round starts so that just in case you die, you can pull off this rollout a lot easier. You amp out the first door, and this initial wall is optional, but as long as you get this one on the left, you should make it to the platform. Bunny hop once, then follow along.
It's crazy how much
Do your
time you
best to
save.
make it to this lamppost, but if you don't, you can bunny hop here as well, and it should bring you close enough back to point A. On Blizzworld defense, don't go out the main respawn door, but instead go out the left one. You can amp out and skim along the inside of the room. You can try to go for the walls, but you should be able to bunny hop to the outside door frame. Once outside, it's just straightforward, hug the left wall, and turn left when you make it back to the
This
point.
is only for like uncoordinated play though.
On Eichenwald
just 'cause-
defense, this rollout is super easy to pull off and saves a huge amount of time.
This one I actually use.
You amp out of spawn off the left door
It's really
frame
good.
and go straight to the tree. One bunny hop here,
I don't B-hop there.
two skims on the
I
left,
just go straight left.
one to the right, and look
I just try to
slightly
make it over
upwards
this
to
wall.
get a bit more vertical height to glide right over the top
Yeah, me
back to the
too.
point. For Hollywood defense back to point A, amp out of spawn, and as soon as you
This
make
is
it
hard as
outside,
shit.
skim off
Like,
either
I
side of the
cannot
door
make it
frame
over
and
this.
look upwards to give you the height
Oh
to clear the
my
box.
gosh.
Then it's just
no.
4 wall skims to the left while looking slightly up to give yourself some more height. Some hang time to the right wall skim, and boom.
Good luck getting
While looking
over.
slightly and look up Amp out of spawn, and as soon as you make it outside, skim off either side of the door frame and look upwards to give you the height to clear the box. Then it's just 4 wall skims to the left,
Actually
while
using
looking slightly up
a
to give yourself
Dorado
some more height.
rollout to boop them
Some
off a
hang
high
time to
ground
the
and
right wall
attack.
skim, and boom, you're over the top.
It's really fun.
On Kings Row defense, here's a quick way to get back to the streets. I always amp out of spawn here, but you can definitely do it later to make the rollout easier. Come out the right door, skim off this wall near the mini health pack, and try to tag each corner wall if possible. Like always, don't sweat it if you miss one, you can B-hop to recover.
It's crazy.
No lamppost.
For this defense rollout,
I can never
back
hit
to
those
point A,
little
I amp out of spawn,
lampposts and
try to
stuff.
skim off these little elevated
Oh,
cracks.
I use that
Smart.
too.
The wall,
I can do it.
then
That's
this
really
pillar,
useful.
and do
this
your best to
rollout.
reach
But-
the wall to the right, just before the point, because it's slightly upwards on an incline, and you won't be able to B-hop if you miss. For Dorado defense, amp out the bank vault, use the door frame, then the first church column, then the second, but on the inside, and that should give you enough airtime to clear the wall here to get through
That is
the door
crazy.
and back to the point. For Havana attack, when the
Jeez.
payload is stuck just before the checkpoint, amp out the leftmost door instead of the main one. Then you can wall ride on the electrical box, the building,
The palm
the
tree.
tree, then the little
Oh my
wall on the
gosh,
slope here,
palm tree. I cannot hit
and then the quarter
palm
wall to
tree.
the opposite building wall,
Whatever I
and then you're good to
do.
go. For Junkertown defense, back to point A, this one will require some practice, because you may find
Yeah.
yourself banging your head through the inside
How?
hallways. You can choose to amp outside of this if you want, but I'll usually amp and make my way out. Use the outside part
That's
of the
ridiculous.
stairs, and hug the left wall to avoid the next staircase. Bunny hop, then fly out the window.
Oh, thank you. I'd love to buy this. 7-second
Yes.
unskippable ad of 2. 2 unskippable ads. I'm done. I actually love
When you spawn
watermelon
on
Sour
attack
Patch
side
Kids
of
though.
Rialto, amp out, use the column inside,
Yeah, they
and you
can
should
do-
be able to tag the outside door frame right after. This should
That's
be
really
enough
useful.
to cross over the bridge, then use the building and skim to wherever the fight is taking. Use the column inside, and you should be able to tag the outside door frame right after. This should be
Oh,
enough to
hell
cross over
yeah.
the bridge, then use the building and skim to wherever the fight is taking place. On Route 66,
Oh,
walk a little
yeah.
bit first before
Go
amping,
all around them.
then use the rocky thing to your left,
The rocky thing.
B-hop, then the gas station corner, then the mountain structures back and forth till you're back to the fight. On Gibraltar, tons of fights get stuck just before the checkpoint here as well. Amp out and use the right side, then the left door frame, then this little corner here, but if you miss it, just B-hop. Make a sharp right turn and try to skim the corner here as well, and again, if you miss, B-hop. Then skim the left side wall a few times and you should be good to go. On Busan downtown, amp out of spawn, use that initial door frame, and hug the wall closer to the point depending on which side you're on. Switch to the next building, and
That
as
is
soon as you see that sign that's
cannot
about to
make it
smack
over
your
that.
face, just avoid it and turn your crosshair to give you that big airtime all the way till you follow the point.
It's funny because you literally cannot. But like,
On Busan Sanctuary, amp out of the door that's
God.
closer to the side where the lamp is near the stone paved path. Turn back towards the main path and try your absolute best to hit the little wall near the slope. You don't want to B-hop this one or else you'll lose your speed. After that, you're clear. Just B-hop and wall
That's
scan on
crazy.
whatever's available till you're back to the point.
He jumped like 2 pixels off the ground.
how do you not hit your
On
head
the
on
Busan
that?
Mecha Base, to rush back to the point, always take this pathway. Don't go underground or to the coast side. Depending on the side you spawn closer to, either use the left or the right side
Jump
door
off of
frame
that,
and
and
skip
then
either
jump
the
off of
column or the wall. Travel through this hallway,
that.
then turn
That.
towards the point.
That. Good point.
Yeah, that's what I do a lot.
That.
On Ilios Lighthouse, I always take the outside path.
Yeah.
Amp out and use the first spawn door frame to reach the
That
building
blue
in front of you.
house.
There's a
That.
more difficult route
that,
where you go left like so.
That's
Wow.
impossible.
But
That's not
the
gonna
more
happen.
reliable version would be to keep skimming off buildings on the far side, then turn inwards to the point with one B-hop at the end.
You bunny hop.
On Well, amp and skim off the spawn
That is
door
actually
side that's
really
closest to
helpful.
the lamppost. Then you go to the next lamppost,
Yeah.
follow along, and try to clear this fence to make it back to the point.
That's like incredibly fast. I'm always on this side too. I always mess up like the jumps on the lampposts though.
Yeah, me too.
On ruins, take the coast side path,
Fortnite.
camp out, use your spawn door,
Yeah,
then the cube, then
it's
triple
that,
skim off the
and
columns
that,
here, and you'll be back to the point.
It's straight up.
Triple skim off the column path, camp out, use your spawn door,
Just go to the right.
then the cube, then triple skim off the columns here, and you'll be back to the point.
Oh well, your mouse is staying right there. It's like the easiest rollout. It's really consistent too.
On Lijiang Night Market, amp out of spawn using
That's
the door frame, market, then 2 bunny hops, lots of
That's
turns,
not
and
possible.
skimming off corners. This one is a little more difficult, so get practicing.
You died, so wall of people there.
Lijiang Garden is the Lucio map. There are many
Yeah.
variations of this initial rollout, but you can start off with amping using the door frame.
You can
decide
actually
which
get to the spawn, to their side, their bridge, and boop them off.
either the middle
in
or the
time.
corner of this little building. Then
That's
the rock,
awesome.
then into
That's
the window.
actually possible.
I want to note that the sides are not exactly mirrored because Blizzard forgot to switch the rock around.
Damn
so
it.
if you do the rollout on red side, it's much easier to hit the rock on the other side of it. On Control Center, amp out your spawn door frame, then you have to hit the side of the staircase because you can't bunny hop the incline. After that, there's tons of variations. You can really go off any wall or pillar here, and bunny hop if you want to.
Yeah.
That's it. The hardest part is the first little wall on the stairs. On Nepal Village, I find the easier one for beginners is to amp out and turn immediately towards the rocky high ground side
Yeah, just do
to
this.
get a wall skim. Then take the lower side wall and skim a few times. Off the building, then a b-hop, and eventually back to point.
Yeah.
The initial turn wall skim will probably be the most difficult part, so practice this one a few times. On Nepal Shrine, amp out and use the door closest to the wall side. Once you skim this wall, it's somewhat difficult to hit the little wall near the stairs, but if you miss, just b-hop instead. Then follow along, and near the end, you can either just go straight to the point or clear the wall beside the stairs.
I never would have thought of that, but that is a
On
lot
Sanctum,
faster.
this one will require some practice. Amp out and skim either side, and then b-hop towards the Zen statue. Then skim to the middle thing, then the column,
The middle
then
thing.
b-hop to ensure you make it through the door. Then look upwards and skim off the wall to clear the wall right in front of you.
That's not
Back
gonna
to the
happen.
point. For Oasis City Center, there are a ton
God,
of
the
objects
palm
you can
trees.
use along your path to the point. Use a mixture between b-hops, the car, the poles, and even the side of the little grass cylinder thing to help you back to the point. You can follow along with these examples here.
Pretty
On
useful.
Oasis Gardens, you amp out of spawn, make sure to hit both walls or you won't have enough speed, and then you can get just enough vertical height to clear the obstacle in front of you, and either skim the side of the wall on top or b-hop it. Then you use the tree and the rest of the environment to make it back to the point. On University, come out this door, amp off the side, and go for the coast side trees.
Gosh.
Move inwards till you're back to the point.
Lord.
Oh yes, I would love to get. Wait, you actually get one free game.
That's how you become a Reddit Lucio.
Okay. Cool. Also, just watch this. No.
1,000 flick reactions, 30 minutes of tracking targets, 10 minutes of target switching, 10 minutes of combination training, 1 visual reaction diagnostic, and 10 minutes of form practice every single day for 1 week. This is the story of my 7-day self-improvement challenge to exercise and try to enhance my speed and accuracy
This is
on
a really
FPS
good video.
games with an aim training program. I used to subscribe to the false notion that if you wanted to get a lot of kills at FPS games, you had to be some kind of genetic Twitch aim freak as a prerequisite. Until it first dawned on me, while seeing highlights from competitive streamers, that you could actually use aim training as a sort of exercise and cultivate it the same way a weightlifter would gain muscle mass by following a workout routine. To anybody who roots for an underdog, being...
What's up?
That's like, what is he drawing those lines for?
He was just showing that you just can't draw a straight line. Because
you could actually
I'll show you
use
some
aim
videos
training
later.
as a sort of exercise
Overanalyze stuff.
and cultivate it.
I'll just pull it up right now, actually.
The turret goes down.
Yeah, I gotta go in a bit for ACT prep.
Yeah, sure. Like what time? Like 20 minutes? 10? No.
Yeah, it's at 4, so I'm gonna be leaving at like 3:30.
Okay, cool.
Welcome to Overwatch.
I don't know
This
who this
time
dude
we're going
is.
to be talking about Hey Lucio Gaming. See, we've got chat on screen as well. You can see my wonderful start menu. So this is quite low. This is very low. So what I want to do is preface
He's got a
this.
pretty
okay?
sexy stash.
We're going to see play here that's very non-standard, shall we say. We're going to see play that is very bad, just to put it bluntly. Like, it's not going to be... no, this is quite something. This is really quite something. Also, thank you to Overwatch Central for the quick host to started chat. So I'm going to move chat off the screen so you know, so we literally have a Bronze League Hanzo. Keep an eye on stuff. Reaper coming in, fall back, good. Just focus on healing, keeping this diva alive, staying out of harm's way.
Oh, I guess I'll play this. That's not the URL. That's not how you do things. Some RimWorld
I've
stuff.
been like working on
I'll
my
actually,
aim.
I'll play a bronze.
Anticipating.
Or meant gold.
What?
What'd you say about aim?
Oh, I've been like trying to work on anticipating where, like,
shots are gonna
go. Yeah. I'm trying to like put my cursor ahead of them.
Oh yes, please give me another 1 minute ad.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost I and I'm Stylosa. And you've probably noticed something already.
Terrible
That
graphics.
at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, do you have like bad graphics or anything? Or do you have like a good computer? Like pretty good computer?
I have a pretty good computer. I
Okay.
can run good.
Do you have like good FPS?
Yes.
Is it a lot better than the ones at the at that place? Or it probably isn't, because like mine isn't as good as that probably, but well, never mind, mine is, but
Here,
I'll just take another question.
the bar is cut off.
Like
There is a
my computer does a weird thing to where if I don't have my charger in, it's like slower and it like lags, and my cursor sensitivity is lower.
So you have a laptop?
Yeah.
Holy
Does it
shit.
do it for all laptops?
Do you have a desktop that you play Overwatch on?
No. It's
Oh
just a
shit.
laptop.
Okay. Well, that's pretty crazy.
reason for this, if I just show you this here, so you'll notice that it's cut off. The reason for that is this is a very special gameplay. This is Perky Duck, and she is a level 93 silver border player. But we are going to notice something here.
shit.
Like, look in the top left-hand corner of the screen. Can you guys make that out? it now says 40 FPS. The reason why I've had to stretch this out is because the resolution was below 1080p. So
yeah, you have to like put your resolution to low or something to maximize your FPS. Because if it's like below like 100, then you're or below 60 even.
Standard sort of widescreen resolution.
I used to put my like graphics on medium to high, but now like my Wi-Fi started going shit, so I have everything on low, and it's been pretty good.
That's good.
It is now at. Let's just pause this because that was. Oh, it's covered it up. Hang on, play. Oh, whatever. I think it's always going to cover it up. So, yeah, when I pause, it feels bad. It was at 15 FPS at one point now. Oh, and of course, ladies and gentlemen, this is overanalyzed. If you'd like to send a video in for consideration to appear in this series, and then follow the instructions that were on the screen as I was talking like a madman. So, before we even talk about what's going on in the game, the way you should be playing.
I think this is before roll queue, by the way.
Use of your abilities, use of amp it up and all that good stuff. How to wall ride. Look at that FPS.
Oh, that's...
Yeah, roll queue 222.
That there is at 17 FPS. I have never seen the game at those FPS rates. And what makes this more astonishing to me is you are...
Let's get OBS at... Oh, what the hell? Oh, never mind. It's not OBS, it's just his screen.
Like, this account is a 93 silver account. That is a very high level account. Look at it. It's a very high level account. You need a new computer. I categorically tell you right now, you get a better computer, you will be a better player. Just straight away, you go straight up through the ranks because in this case, it will make you better because this is what we need to hit, right? Anything below 60 FPS. So if we're below 60 FPS, that is bad news. We do not want that. We want to be above 60 FPS as much as possible. That means we want to maintain 60. The consoles maintain 60 FPS. This is awesome. When I play Overwatch, now granted, I mean, I've got a very high-end computer. Mine caps out at like 300 FPS most of the time. That's way over the top. Just to give you a quick explanation how this works, is you need to be hitting the FPS that your monitor, that syncs up with your monitor's refresh rate. So most monitors are 60 hertz, right? That means you need to have 60 FPS. If you don't have 60 FPS, then you will not be using that monitor correctly. And anything above 60 won't really make a difference. Most gaming monitors are 144 hertz. This means if you run at 144 FPS, you get to see the movement on the screen, and it feels much smoother. And this is the gold standard.
Good to see.
If you really want to get better at FPS games, you need to have a minimum of 144 FPS. So essentially, that's like triple what is basically your best FPS in a way that you're getting at the moment. So in this case, I would really, really, really save up for a new computer, or maybe look at things like dropping the render scale in game and things like that, just to try and increase your FPS, because this is astonishingly low FPS. It's a miracle that you've actually been able to record this footage, which again, recording the footage might have impacted on your FPS, possibly. Maybe that's the reason why. But if it's not, I would still recommend sorting out your computer. All right, let's do this. So let's get stuck into this and let's take a look at what's going on. So you guys seen the team comp there. It's not a bad team comp. It's definitely workable. But what we're looking at here is Lucio. So
team comps were cancer before 222, by the way.
One thing I noticed as you ran out to spawn there is you did not wall ride at any point. Remember, when you jump at the end of a wall ride, you will get a speed boost. So with Lucio, you can basically keep jumping off the walls and get into the fight fast.
And he's not speeding.
What we're looking now is, I presume...
He should be at a spawn taxing back his hog.
I think you're going to...
Because they're not engaging in a fight right now.
Use amp it up, yeah, at wrong time. That... I'll let it...
And that was a waste.
Keep running, but that was the wrong time to use amp it up. In fact, while it's running, let me just...
He should really just stay on heals. Like, you already know that.
So, amp it up down here. You need to be very, very aware that this is your... you only really need to...
I meant to say stay on speed. I don't know if I said something other than that.
You basically use this when you need to use this, right? And the times to use this are when a team are taking a load of damage, right? Very rarely do I use amp it up for speed, unless we need to escape like that. A deep...
Well, I mean, this is, like, out of date as hell.
A bomb or something ridiculous like that. You'll notice, again, you never actually changed your song there. You should have been on speed there, because as soon as a diva bomb's coming in, we need to move, right? That's what you should have been
you should be on speed right now.
Not actually
just staying on here. Go right now.
Alright, see you later, man. I'll try to find better videos.
Alrighty.
Look at that ICT prep. Okay. Well. Cool. Well. So, just watch this video because it is incredibly good. It has a lot of useful stuff.
See the ties between relevant FPS games where mechanics are more important. I think a lot. 1,000 flick reactions. 30 minutes of tracking targets, 10 minutes of target switching, 10 minutes of combination training, 1 visual reaction diagnostic, and 10 minutes of form practice every single day for 1 week.
Good.
This is the story of my 7-day self-improvement challenge to exercise and try to enhance my speed and accuracy on FPS games with.
It's called Aim Training Grind hyphen how much can I improve in 7 days.
An aim training program. I used to subscribe to the.
A very, 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 very good video. So I guess I'll just end this here.